Morning, it's Allotment Flower Garden. We're back with you again now. On the last episode, I told you that I sent off for some Ranunculus corms, and when they come, I'll take you through, show you what to do with them. Dan will bang loads of brilliant photos on now of what Ranunculus look like when they're in flower, won't you, Dan?
I will, definitely.
Brilliant, yeah. So what I sent off for, I've got 90 corms in total. There were 3 varieties, a Cafe au lait, Picot Orange and Picotti Pink. So right, what do they look like when they come? Well, that's them, Dan. Like a little octopus or something.
Absolutely.
Squid, aren't they?
Yeah,
like,
they're tiny.
In fact, they even call these tentacles.
Yeah.
That's right, they are a cracking plant. They're worth growing, they're worth having a go at. They're a perennial, but they're a slightly tender perennial. They're ideal for pots. I've got 90 of them. I'm going to put them all in a bed for a bit of a, effect.
Yeah.
They make a cracking cut flower. They'll stand really well as a cut flower. The only thing is with them, you can either lift the corms at the back end in autumn before we get frost, or if you're growing them in pots, they might need a bit of fleece or move into a sheltered position.
Yeah.
Just give them a little bit of protection. That's all they need. Right, when you think about, we're going to set them off in the seed tray because I want to get them sprouting. When I see growth and they get going and they get heady with the seed tray, then I'm going to put them into that size pot now. Yep, and grow them on in that till planted out time, which will be sort of May time. Yep. Right, you need to rehydrate these, which sounds big long technical word. That means put them in some water. So that's what they look like when they come. Yeah, looking a bit sad. And then these I've had an hour and a half in water. They're rehydrated, look, and they've plumped up. So just to for contrast, there's the two. Yeah. Right, a seed tray. One of these nice rigid seed trays. They do like good drainage as well, these. So what I have done with this tray is I got my drill out yesterday. I put plenty more drainage holes in the bottom to make sure that when they do get a water, they get through. Now the main thing with these is you plant them tentacle down. Yep.
Yeah.
So all these little tentacles, off they're actually a corm, want to be in your compost. Yep. And then it's just a case of filling your tray up, give them an inch or two space between them, they don't need a lot. Just leave the actual top there just showing above the compost so you'll be able to see the green shoots when they start growing away down. Ranunculus, common name is the Persian buttercup because Ranunculus is actually the buttercup family. So there's a few baddies in this family and all, because like creeping buttercups are a nightmare.
Yeah.
Yep. Don't be compressing your compost really tight down with these. Like I say, you want it nice and open and loose for these roots to get going and get away. So when I get some shoots growing on these, they'll get moved up into them, the 3-inch pot maybe, something like that, aren't they?
Yeah.
Grown on in this greenhouse. They don't really need heat as such, but they do need frost protection. I've done 90 of these, so I need a tray to get them all in. But if you want to just do 15 or something, you could always put them in a pot, sit them in windowsill. That'd be all right for them at home. These were from J.parkers, bulbs.
I'll see if I can get a link into the video for them.
Put it in comments or something for them, Dan. Farmer Gracie is also doing these at the moment, Ranunculus. And I think there's something that are going to become very popular over the next few years because they're a very sort of peony poppy type flower. That you'll know what they look like now, you'll see pictures. I'll just finish this tray off and then I mention a couple of other things to you. Because these have been sat in water, I'm not going to put them straight into water after I've finished. I'm not going to water the tray because it's quite damp, this compost anyway. I'll just keep my eye on them, and if they do look like they're drying out, then I will water them.
Yeah.
But again, they will rot on you if they're sat in really damp compost, so you need a good free draining compost, sparing with water. If you're doing them in a pot, you can even put a bit of gravel or crops in the bottom of the pot just to aid that drainage a little bit. Yeah, I'm going to have another, I'll finish this seed tray off. I reckon put him in water and I'll rehydrate. I reckon I'll get another tray out of these, so I'll do that after. Want to be where it's nice and light. And there you go, that's Ranunculus done. It's as simple as that, mate. You know, look them up, see what you think. They look absolutely stunning for my opinion, for what it's worth. Have a go. Again, doing these now, I think I paid something in the region of about £6 or £7 for 15.
Yeah.
Probably looking at £4 or £5 a plant if you go buying them, you know, later in year from garden centres and such. Right, what have we been on with as well? So we've on a few early flowering, well, a few cut flower plants, because we're going to do a cut flower border this year. Probably we'll put some ranunculus in that. So we set some status off from seed then, which is a cut flower, dried flower favourite. They've come through quite well. I've got another packet to do a follow-on sowing, which I'll probably do this week or next. I will pick these out into cell trays, I think, next.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'll free a seed tray up. And I've done some cornflowers. Bell Black, I think it's called, this one, a really dark coloured one. Again, just to get a bit of a start. They want growing on as well, mate. They want picking out, putting into pots or modules in due course once they get the first true leaves on. The status, they're alright, they can go down. Right, the other thing, it's a big thing now, I suppose it always has been, attracting pollinators into your garden, especially like us if you're growing flowers and veg.
Yeah.
We need it for both. These plants, I overwintered. I grew it last year, and I've overwintered it in cold greenhouse. I brought it in here now with a bit of warmth on because I'm going to get some cuttings off. I said this last year on this channel as well, if you don't grow any other flower, grow this flower this year. Agastache. Yeah, Hyssop.
Yeah.
It's one of its common names is the beekeeper's plant. Yeah, that's the flower, and that don't do it justice. It's scented. It has a really lovely flower, and it has a lot of them. The first flush is sometimes a bit poor. As soon as you start deadheading them, the second flush of flowers, it really comes into its own. So yeah, look out for that. King seed, I think it's about 59p for a packet of seed. Easy enough to start from seed. Like I said, I'm going to do some more from seed, but I've overwintered 2 of them. The other one's down near the gas fire. I'll be getting some cuttings off that in due course. Simples, I've shown you how to do cuttings before, same procedure. I will put these, because I've never took cuttings off them before, I will use a bit of cinnamon as a rooting powder. I'll get them banged in and I'll come back to you, show you how they're going on. So yeah, a couple of things, definitely worth having a look at that. The next time we come back to you, which will be in a couple of weeks actually, it's nearly February, I'm going to get my dahlias going. So this will get cleared out and all this shelf, what's here, we'll have dahlias on to get the tubers going.
Yeah.
So we'll go through that. Again, that's to get some cuttings off them stock tubers. And we'll have stuff up and in flower then as well. We should have anyway. We've got a few primulas and that now, but we'll have a little look outside at like how the wallflowers, the daffodils, alliums and things like that are doing down.
Yeah.
Okay, so I hope that's been a bit of interest to you. We'll be back soon.
Cheers.
Thanks.